Good evening, everyone. I'm looking at just games out quite a bit so I can actually hear myself. Sometimes when the game starts, I end up having the audio a little too loud so I can actually hear my own self. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. And we are also still in the second to last chapter. Our objective for tonight's stream will be to learn the Nightmare Demon, and we're going to be attempting it in a way we'll be using the same weapon that she's using against us. So dual blades for the first half of the attempt, axe for the second, and longsword for the very final one. Come and go is the way. Start off with a block. Oh, a little too far here. We got hit. He's shifted to axe now. We'll be doing the same. Oh, stuck in the animation. Got me there, huh? Learning from the Nightmare Demon herself. Oh. It should ideally be updating without you having to touch it, Mikh'a. Like, you shouldn't really need to touch anything to have the stream go live and all. So is it just me, or is this layer a little smaller than I was intending? It is smaller than I was intending. Okay, let me just that real quick. I've been removing this layer. We can just scale it to fit, right? Scale. That's warm. Screen controller. Well, let's get rid of our second clone here. Which I honestly thought I got rid of, but apparently not. It is? Wait, what is it? Oh, it's showing the other layer. Never mind. Well, at least this time you kind of got the notification, I guess, which is why you're dropping by the stream. And now you're using that accidentally. Very sensitive on the trigger there. What? Felt like I was going around her for a bit there. doing too much damage with that. Ah, the poise through to Earth Shatter. One move I gotta watch out for. Or that in general. Okay, no wonder. Now I'm realizing that I'm actually playing without my glasses at the moment, so give me a second to go fetch those. I'm blind. I'm a bit more blind on my right eye than my left. And I do feel a bit of strain. Funny thing about the glasses is that I haven't worn these for a very long time. Until around the middle of this year, right? Because around then I was doing like an excessive amount of work and I was starting to get like very, very fatigued. And I noticed the more tired I get, the more blurry everything starts becoming. It got so bad that I went through some days at work with just barely being able to see anything properly. Now they do have those over there, you know. It's actually one of the things that they recommended for me to get, but I'm like, yeah, no, I kind of don't want them. The problem is that if you're getting a good pair of blue filter glasses over here, it is quite expensive. That said, I did buy it for a family member. I got the best for them. For me, I was like, you know what, let's just get the cheap pair. Because I didn't want to spend that much. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Because I think I spent more time on the PC than any of them. Or at PCs or on screens. My glasses do have a tint though. Like when sunlight hits it, it's tinted slightly. Wow, she just poises through that, huh? The delay in her slashes sometimes like really catches me off guard. Trying to know hit this is gonna be a bit challenging. Yeah, see there was a delay there that completely threw off my block. What are you up to? I did not remember actually. But I think it's a bit further away than that because I can see pretty clearly up to 5 feet. Kind of disappointing myself on what's happening with the fight here. Is there a, what are my spells? This is a good spell for range. Good spell to approach here too. We have a feathering belt going on. And I'm not entirely sure of what to use here. You could always go Echo of Luhang Lu. If we put this as our alacrity spell, right? If I can find it. Use this as our distance spell and maybe shift this one. This, because this is a pretty okay attack. Square, R2, R1. Sounds like you need glasses more than me, to be honest. It's so weird. I'm only pressing one button there, by the way, and it still uses the pod automatically. Oh wow, she delayed it. Oh, that hit. Okay. Just poised through the attack. I might shift out from Jiangji's, Li Jiao's axe here. We're not getting too much use out of Draconic Bombard, and even if we do manage to hit her with it, she's sort of escaping here. Not taking too much damage, right? So let me see our axes for a bit. Oh, not. The annoying part is that you still need to, oddly enough, you have the weapon in your inventory to actually be able to see which skill you can use in there. So not very ideal. Might just go for Empyrean here, right? Empyrean has like a really good range follow-up. And she does like trying to gain some distance on the axe. I kind of want an attack that's guaranteed to knock her down in order to make the fight easier. And this has considerably more damage than Li Jiao's fangs. Well, not considerably, I guess, right? No, it is considerably higher for some odd reason. Because it's entirely scaling based on strength, and our strength is pretty high. Okay, that's why. I'm not sure if you guys heard that audio crackle there. That issue's not going away even after I've tried like quite a few things here. So let's take a look at the axe category. Do I have anything? I guess Rampage will be the best skill to use against her. Because it is quick, it is fast. And it can knock enemies out. Whirlwind is the best one to use against her, but the problem is the tracking on Whirlwind is like really, really weird, right? Even though it's showing that in the little video in the corner that if you use it, the final attack hits straight. The tracking on the final attack is kind of weird, right? Especially on the demon fight, there's a very high chance that the final hit will miss. If it hits, it's actually incredible. Because it's gonna knock her down, but it's not hitting, which is kind of the more difficult thing that's happening to us. Good old Earth Shatter might also be an option, because that can knock down too. It's also quite quick. I don't quite need resilience though. So we're not going to pick up resilience and then just use the vulnerability and possibly invest this into some other thing, right? Agility maybe, or another point of strength. Yeah, I need to just take some time. I don't have this. I don't even need this. No, I don't quite want vitality. Also this. We're not using spells too much. Yeah, even this is kind of not useful here. Arcane, I have Feathering. Feathering's the ones we're using here. That's fine. Yeah, not entirely sure what else I can spec into. We need some more agility, that's for sure. Here we go. I can probably get this note down here. Oh, forgot to equip the Benediction Stones. For the Empyrean Great Axe. Okay, and I'm gonna go for anything that's yeah, gonna give us more stamina with the axe usage. Because we bleed quite a bit of stamina with the axe. we'll see how our build fares now, rather than whirling. Eh, Even though I'm actually messing with my build, the one thing I sort of need to figure out is doing phase 1 with dual blades while not getting hit. And I'll also need to quickly learn how to change those weapons in the middle of battle while she recovers. Once more into the breach, as I always used to say. I really wish that stopped happening though. That extra potion. Oh, wrong. That was what I wanted to use, but I somehow ended up using my pot instead. My spells are misaligned. Yeah, there we go. Air chatter, not as fast as I thought. There's a bit of time lag before she hits the ground, so we have to be careful when we're using it. It's doing pretty well in phase 1 there. Until we got hit. When I mistook the spells. This would all be a lot easier if I don't try to style on enemies, right? So the generally high cost of our spells. At this time, she did not use a pot. What? Our Servant Strike missed? Or like, did she get like an increased duration there? Oh, she was in the axe. Yeah, that other spell is surprisingly good, considering that you can sort of hit her from a, not only hit her from a range, but actually knock her up. I didn't even realize that fire spell could do that. Yeah, the spiritual flames. And this is a spell that you can get from the Bowmagus, right? Or rather, if you follow the Bowmagus quest line. Surprising. It's very good for phase 1 because it knocks her down and gives you time to approach her without being too overwhelmed. But it's not as good when she brings out the axe, right? Because once she brings out the axe, any actions that you do from a range are almost very quickly countered with a draconic bombard to your face. That includes healing and spells. Oh, I got lucky there. Oh, she faced through it. Wow, okay. She dodged. Not what I was expecting. I don't have enough points for this, huh? Oh, nope, that was wrong. I didn't mean to go in there. It's kind of fun you can clash with her, though. And Sudden Strike just completely nailing her. We gotta be on the offensive. Her voice cage, I think, is glitched out. It should have disappeared. Oh, and now it's disappearing. Oh, wrong one. I didn't intend to heal there. Come on, not the draconic bombard. There we go. Good old. And that's her cue to go into phase 3. I'm gonna change to longsword here, because that's our intention. We're gonna try and do the fight by using the same weapons she uses against her. Against us, I mean. Oh, the fireballs missed. Oh, blink kick. It's always the blink kick that gets me, right? It comes out like so quickly. So quickly. Just I don't feel like I recognize a good tell to avoid it. It just feels, it might be better to like bait out blink kick so that it's not part of our action queue for a while. Let's change back to this. Surprised that I managed to actually change my weapon before she came and hit me. We were doing okay for phase 1 until I got hit. Dual blades are still a bit of a hit or miss thing, right? Because sometimes I feel like I can clash through her a few attacks of her, so without taking any damage, but other times the clash damage goes through, and that sort of invalidates our attempt at doing the fight without getting hit. And completely forgot to use feathering on the other weapons later on. Now see, the clash worked there. Okay, yeah, that was a risky move. I walked into that one. should have just used spiritual flame from a distance. Spiritual flames is not affected by the echo buff though, and even though we're clashing here, we're taking quite a bit of damage. Not ideal. He's already on the axe. Oh wow! Just poised through the axe. Nope, that was not a good run. Not a good run at all. Gotta remember that on some of her axe attacks, she's like completely hyper armoring us. Otherwise, Earth Shatter would have knocked her down. Still not getting a clean phase 1 though. If only Clash like completely negated damage, right? The way Clash works, in case you guys aren't aware, terminology. Is it terminology or is it weapon traits? Yeah. The discipline skill clashes fully deflect all damage, while light, heavy, and charge heavy attacks clashes deflect only a portion. That's sort of the problem, right? And whether it completely deflects damage is also sort of dependent upon what type of attack she's doing. So some attacks you can actually pretty much just avoid getting damaged, but at other attacks you cannot, even with not even with the normal attacks. Little things you have to get used to if you want to do it like stylishly. Oh, the distance. Yeah, see there, I didn't take any damage, even though it was a normal attack. So heavy attack versus light attacks do not take damage. But light attack versus light attack, or discipline skills in this case, do take a considerable amount of damage. So heavy attack, gotta be careful. Let's see if you can bait out a block here. Got hit by the first one though, unfortunately. Oh, what? She interrupted that. What? Okay, let's just reset. I'm a bit disappointed in myself for getting hit here. So my strategy for first phase might essentially evolve into baiting that first block, because it feels like it's not entirely scripted, but if you walk in, there's like a 90% chance, I feel. Oh, I'm assuming. And she's just gonna dash and attack you, and it's very easy to predict that and use block. So after using block, we're gonna go into a normal attack chain twice. And after that, I'll approach with sudden strike, and then perhaps move on to a spell. Right, vary our moves a bit. No, that was close. She didn't get knocked out. Oh, I didn't even notice that she didn't get. I was assuming that sudden strike would, but it didn't. And she kicked me back in retaliation. gonna go into the axe now. We're gonna do the same. Oh, Empyrean Crash doesn't knock her down, unfortunately. And gotta remember the Draconic Bombard. Ooh. The axe phase might be the tricky one, right? And I completely forgot about applying feathering again. We can do quite a substantial amount of damage as long as I remember to apply feathering. And I do believe that applying feathering also makes it easier to stagger her. So gotta remember to do that. We need to learn that phase in a way that we can get consistent staggers. And this is the problem with both the Nightmare Demon and the Demon of Obsession, right? They don't have consistent stagger windows, right? If you go and hit them, they're not going to stagger to your attack. So you need to like really find the timing for when to interrupt them or when to go on the offensive so you can avoid getting hit. It's too far. We're just trading blows at the moment, and she's winning. Also, a weird bug there, right? You saw her poise meter fill and break, but she did not lose her. Go into the stagger. That momentary stagger we could take advantage of. Mainly because she was in her hyper armor again, or it might be because she used Earth Shatter and had the resilience buff active. Good phase 1. No damage until we got to the axe. That's what we're looking for. And in case you're wondering why I'm in black, I'm sort of trying to be a mirror image to her. The Hei Wu Chang to the Bai Wu Chang. It's a shame I don't have a black cap to... do I have a black cap that I can glamour? A black veil of sorts. No, I guess I have this. It just makes her look like a bandit. But hey, we'll go with that. Kind of lucky there. I was just a little too late on pressing the spell. I was trying to get the alacrity there. She's staggered. Took damage. I mean, we already did, but still. And as you can see, having feathering active makes staggering her a lot easier. It can be pretty much an offensive. And now she should be shifting to longsword. I do believe she'll back off to heal. So that gives her some time to... Oh, not what I intended to do. Sift our weapons ourselves. Oh, wow, okay. The delay. Blink kick. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that's... Wait a minute, what was that? The good part of the Demon of Opposition is because she is using her entire moveset, so you kinda have a faint idea of how our attack patterns are, but that one was... Wait, was that the dash attack on? No, that's the dash attack. That's the forward dash. That was the backward dash. She used the backward dash against me. I haven't seen that. I don't use it so much. I didn't even recognize it as a move. So I completely forgot to buff the longsword as well. Little things, alright. Little things to keep you on your toes. What? Did I just walk into that attack? The poise went off. Earth Shatter. Wow, okay. What an interesting way of using it. Use, right? I'm actually learning from my Nightmare Demon here. Alright, okay. Sorry, King. Fuzz, I kind of missed what that was in response to. What do you mean now you do? No, it wasn't a one-shot. We were actually taking damage all throughout. pretty happy with the demon. The nightmare demon is such an interesting fight, right? It sort of teaches you how to use Wu Chang's moves too. You can see the NPCs fighting the demon over there, right? Uh, like before, like trying to learn the fight, I didn't realize that Draconic Bombard is like a really good. Oh, the backwards dash attack. Okay, it's not that I didn't know what it was. I didn't realize it was the backwards dash. I've seen it before, but I barely use it, right? So I didn't. It didn't quite click on me that that's a move in her arsenal, and it felt like even though she was coming at me, she didn't do a backdash before doing it. Maybe that's why I was confused. I'll need to take a look at that footage, right? But as I was saying before, right, the way she uses her skills are like great. Uh, she'll sometimes use backstep and follow it up with Draconic Bombard, which is great as a counter move. And likewise, if you dodge or if she gets hit, she'll just go into Earth Shatter almost immediately. Again, as a counter move. Both things I hadn't considered with the axe. And funny thing is, the axe is completely meant to trade blows, and that is a way to just shrug off an enemy's attack. It's a very much a learning fight. I'm so glad we're doing it this way, right? We're doing it. We're doing the fight by actually using the same weapons against her. It's almost like she's teaching me in a sense. A Shiro versus Archer situation right here. Once again, I'm slower on that alacrity than I intended. Okay. Now let's reset. You gotta do at least phase 1, dual blade phase, without getting hit. Otherwise, it's no fun, right? It's not as satisfying, more or less. I can accept getting hit by the axe, since we're still sort of learning that phase to do it without getting hit, or finding a good gap for that. But getting hit by the dual blade just feel like, okay, you already did this, you know you can do it. Try again. Okay, that was the dash. That was this dash. Gotta remember. Oh, come on. I'm just walking into that one now. I'm sort of having trouble just judging the range. Yeah, that was a bad move. It's so interesting, right? Right now, that attack there too, right? That was just the basic combo move of the dual blades, but the nightmare demon actually used the distance on it to a good effect. Like right now, if I need to hit the demon, I'm dashing in and attacking, right? But what she did was she actually used the animation movement, this movement right here, to close the distance on me, which is amazing. Like, I hadn't even considered it that way. I almost feel like I'm sort of in a fighting game, right? Because in a fighting game, you're sort of trying to get into the range of your opponent without actually getting hit. How do I put this? You and your opponent are parsing the range at which you can hit each other effectively without getting hit. And it feels like to me, the Demon of Obsession actually has like a really good grasp on the player's range, because he just used this move to close the gap instantly. So interesting, so interesting. The delay, getting hit by in the first phase doesn't really bode well. Oh, we got it. I've been so offensive that I actually managed to get like a good hit on her. Nope. See, like she immediately backstepped and used Draconic Bombard to counter me. That's what I mean by it. It's like really good at judging the distance. Oh, wrong weapon. I'm just getting hit by her there. Constantly. And you can only do one poke during this phase. And that, well, technically speaking, most of the time you can do only one poke. It's that the dual blades have a bit more of a lengthy window where you can interrupt her. I mean, hit her more, because they walk off a little faster than the other one. Did I? Okay. I accidentally unequipped my weapons there. Getting better, getting better. I feel like I need some luck during the axe phase to avoid getting hit. Or we need to like really pick when to approach her and counter her. She seems vulnerable to knockdown during her normal combos, but you don't really have a good follow-up to her, unlike with the dual blades, right? With the dual blades, I have a few opportunities to, at least one opportunity to use the dash combo, the 3-hit dash combo. This one, at least once after I knock her down. That does not seem to be the case with the axe. Oh, come on. Why am I always walking into that one? I gotta be careful. Okay, let's reset. Gotta do dual blades without getting hit a few times, just so that I'm confident I'm not messing up there. wanted to use Sudden Strike to knock her down to make an opportunity, but I didn't get quite into that point. Missed. Just gonna use Draconic Bombard here if I'm not too careful. That follow through. Wow, okay. Can play a bit safe with the axe. He's already gone into this. Oh! Didn't recognize that tell. Okay, that's a move I'm not familiar with, right? Is that the one skill on the DLC weapon, the Deluxe Edition weapon? Because it almost feels like that. Because this is the basic... Yeah, this is the basic longsword combo. Let me take a look. I don't have it. I need to take a look just so that I have an idea of how that animation plays out. I do believe we have it in our warehouse. The Moonlight Dragon. Yeah, I think this is the one. Very cool looking sword. Or maybe perhaps one of the best looking long swords in the game. And it goes into the normal combo. Yeah. But the tell for this is this, right? Yeah, that is the tell. That was what she was doing. Okay, back into the chest you go. We're not going to be using you because you're not scaling off feathering. Our build is working off feathering itself. Just taking a look so that we have an idea of what's happening. Like, she's using the same basic movesets, but her version is like corrupted, right? Not lightning based like ours. Because the Moonlight Sword, I believe, is lightning based. Don't quote me on that. Wait, so let's shift the axe and then the dual blades. Oh, what? She... I'm too far away. Ah, yeah, there she goes. Just counter her with the air shatter. And really no good way of approaching her without knocking her down during this phase. I need to be, like, storing up some points here so that I can knock her down first. Oop. Didn't even recognize that she was just attacking us there. My old age is showing. Good phase one. Good phase one. No damage during then. And I'm happy with the way we're stringing our combos along. The spells we're using sort of allow us to gain an advantage on her. For now. I kind of wish this spell was a bit cheaper, right? Shuangyangzi's Echo is really good because it's 2 with our maximum madness, but this one being at 3 kind of makes it difficult to use, even though it's like a really, really good range option. This is our go-to close option, but they both require like 3 points of magic. So you have to keep track on that a bit. Oh, she used a different attack? That's okay. Let's try again. Very occasionally she do a more delayed attack, and that catches the block off guards. Oh, okay, you're here too. In case anyone doesn't know, those birds are sort of the waypoint system in the game. They're leading to, the yellow paint of this game. They lead you towards secrets and objects, and the path you generally need to go. You can also get a really good buff item if you kill them, but I'm not killing them on this run though. We're a little too close there. Wow, okay, you're really angry this turn. Not even giving me a moment to breathe. Now we need to learn phase 2 without getting hit. The axe phase, right? If we want it to be a complete mirror match where we sort of prove to the Nightmare Demon that we are the superior bird Wu Chang, we have to beat her at our own game. And that means not getting hit even when we use the axe. Alright, have fun with us, no worries. Are you going back to Valheim? Oh, she hit me right off the bat with the axe. Can't follow her that way. Oh, I managed to interrupt her blink attack there. Oh, you can counter that too. It's the blink kick. Oh, gotta be careful. So, new strat. I'm getting the hang of the axe for now. Gotta be a bit careful not to approach her if she backs away with the final hit, thinking that I can stagger her. For sword, I need new strat, and that involves actually dodging the first attack and then using sword counter on the second, right? Her first attack is somewhat delayed, even when she uses a normal combo. This one, it feels like there's a delay on when that attack goes off. Sims 4. Oh, okay. Believe it or not, I'm not much of a Sims fan. I know it's very popular. I think I tried the original Sims, right? But as a concept, it's not a game that I enjoy, oddly enough. I mean, there are games like Fantasy Life and like cozy games that I do enjoy, but I've never quite taken a shine to Sims. It always felt a bit odd, right? No offense to anyone who likes The Sims. You guys are perfectly great for liking it. It's just that it always felt weird to me. Like, why should I be trying to simulate living another life that's not as exciting as this one, right? I guess it's just the concept of trying new things. Oddly enough, you all might have heard of the Sims competitor, Inzoi. When Inzoi came out, I was like, you know what, I should try this out. I never got around to it, but there was something about Inzoi that attracted me. Like, it felt like you could do a lot more than The Sims. Although Inzoi had its own fair share of problems, from my understanding. No. He went into the charge attack and that threw me off. You're like the little kid that tries to burn. Well, to be honest, I know more than a few people who've actually done equally weird things in Sims, right? And that's part of the fun of the game. I know a few people who drown their Sims who would actually do it just so they can, like, have debt constantly about their house. So they would set their house as traps for guests during parties. So they'll drown, they'll burn, among other things. Which I think these Sims developers, EA, actually took to heart, because death sort of became like a constant figure in the Sims world. Ah, that was too soon. So I couldn't... Oh, I didn't have enough magic points, that's why. Gotta remember, the magic that I'm using is like 3 points, not 2. I saw the double points and I'm like, okay, I have enough magic. The triple points are red. Look for the red feathers. Sick people? I wouldn't say that, right? You might think that, but you have to disassociate what's happening in a video game and real life at some point, right? And a good example, I think, is GTA. A lot of people play that like very violently. They will go around shooting each and every NPC and place they find, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna do it in real life, unless they're not as developed like kids, right? The amount of crazy stuff people are up to in GTA is amazing. Oh, I used the same thing as her. Ah, and I got hit by that one. Alright, the heavy attack boys though. Wow, okay. Oh, did I get caught in... Oh, I got caught in the roof there. So the Empyrean crash kind of failed. Oh, ah. It's the blink kick again. Why is it always the blink kick? It's so difficult to recognize, right? It comes out so quick. It's even more difficult to recognize when you cornered her into the wall or something. I guess we have to play that phase like really defensively if we're gonna do it without relying on the more cheaper options like Ethereal Shift and Bowmaker's Shield, right? Give her some room so that I can actually see what's happening. I can react to it at least. Oh, I wouldn't... it's actually weirder to not do odd stuff in GTA, I think. Because back when the original Vice City launched, I know, like, my cousins and everyone, they love that stuff, right? And whenever they came over here, they'd play it, and they'll just go around spawning tanks and destroying everything. I, on the other hand, actually held to the traffic rules and tried to keep damage to a minimum. So take that as what you will. Am I a stick in the mud? Very likely. Could have gone on the offensive there. Oh, what? Was the heavy attack. Oh. Yeah, the timing for that. And that's one of the reasons why I like games like LA Noire, right? Because in that, you instead of playing a civilian, you're playing a detective, and you get docked for causing unnecessary damage. Although, with the newer GTA that's coming out, right, GTA 6, I might just go the crazy route. The important thing I think is to recognize is that GTA is like very much just a video game. It's there to have fun. Just because you're killing things in there doesn't mean you're going to be doing it in the real world. Especially if you're an adult, right? Okay, I'm going to try one more, and then we're going to take a short break for me to go get some water. Getting better at the axe phase, and I'm really happy with our progress on dual blades. I feel like I found a rhythm for this one, where we can constantly keep on the offensive if I don't miss my certain strikes. Too far. I didn't change my axe. A bit of wasted tempering there. She always managed to get me on that hit. Oh, come on. You didn't heal this time? Was I a little too... Okay, there we go. I guess I might have been a little too close to trigger the heal. Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, everyone. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go get some water. Stretch out. And then we'll be right back to getting defeated by the Nightmare Demon. Our objective is to do the fight as a mirror match for our demon, for our night. I was gonna say demon of obsession, but that is another boss. For our nightmare demon, since she's using dual blades, axes, and longswords, we're gonna be using the same thing against her during each of her phases. So first phase we're gonna be using dual blade, second phase we're gonna be using axe, and third phase we're gonna be using longsword. And we're gonna attempt to do all those phases without getting hit. Phase one, I think we've managed to get a good pattern down. We can be on the offensive enough that we're doing enough damage that she goes into phase two. Phase two, I need to be a bit more careful on when to push the offensive because I am getting hit there a bit. We need a clean phase two now. But anyways, give me like 5 minutes. Be right back. Alright, and we're back. Took me a bit longer than I was expecting. Younger sibling came home, I was greeting her, talking about how her day was. Gotta make sure the Gen Zs are okay, you know? I guess that sounds a bit judgmental. Gen Z people, you guys are awesome. Millennials, you also so awesome. Boomers who don't judge you too much, you too are awesome. Anyway, after that tangent, let's get back into trying to defeat the Nightmare Demon once again. My aim now is to perfect Phase 2, the Axe Phase. Find the strategy we're gonna employ, right? I'm gonna try and keep enough Skyborn Might that I have enough to use... very judgy, that's true, unfortunately. I'm gonna try and keep enough Skyborn Might that I have enough for Earth Shatter, which is 3 points. And try to use Earth Shatter when she's doing a normal combo, because that seems to guarantee knock her down, at which point we can pretty much just wail on her for a bit and regain Skyborn Might. And then rely on our 2 spells. Ritual Flames and Demon Bane Strike. Where did I even get this from? I don't even remember. I need to do an entirely new game run just so that I kind of recall where we got the spells. Okay. The backdash got me. I'm just gonna reset here. So I'm kind of surprised at the backdash. Oh, I guess because... Oh, I see. No wonder, right? There's a node in the Dual Blade skill tree that makes your dash attacks clash. And the backdash also does the same thing. For some reason, even though it never says this, for some reason I've always assumed that the clash attacks, the clash applies only to your forward dash and not to your back dash. I guess because I've been thinking of it as a back step rather than a back dash, but same principle. So, in a sense, if our demon is doing like normal attacks, it's actually pretty safe to just backstep, and then start attacking just so that we can clash with her. As long as it's normal attacks, right? Because we're gonna be taking damage otherwise. What? She didn't change weapons? Oh, is she not at that level? I thought she went away to change weapons. Something's wrong with her AI. Yeah, something's wrong with her AI. She should have changed weapons, but for some reason... And she's actually lagging after each dash. Almost as if she's thinking. Like the AI is sort of confused. Is it just me? Yeah, okay, yeah, there's definitely something going wrong here. Yeah, the AI is actually confused here. We might need to trigger third phase to have it go back to okay, because each time she dashes or even attacks, she just freezes. Because I think somehow the AI is aware that it should be an axe right now. And so after each attack, it's sort of like considering, wait, what am I doing? There might be a command string that's checking whether it's on axe. Somehow we interrupted the axe animation and it's kind of bugged. And I got hit there. Hilarious. Even though I sort of knew that she's just gonna come there and hit us. I want to see what happens when we get to phase 3, so let's see. Yeah, what's worse is because there's a delay, it's getting difficult to predict when she's gonna attack. Wow, what? I think it's permanently bugged. She poised through that too. I'm gonna just apply feather in here for a bit. See what happens. No, she doesn't even shift to longsword. She's completely bugged. Okay, let's just reset. It's no fun doing the fight this way, right? I think there was an interaction, like something we did when she was trying to shift to the axe that interrupted the axe animation. And somehow the code got bugged, right? You always do the axe, change to the axe at a certain HP percentage. But it's sort of recognizing that, hey, it should be at in the axe, but for some reason the code that's supposed to fire to change your weapon is not applying. It might be a one-time code in the way the fight's programmed. So it's sort of checking whether it's the code to check whether the HP percentage is at the threshold where it changes the axe might be constantly firing, but the code to actually change the axe might be scripted in a way that it's only meant to fire once. So it was bugging out, which was why each time after it did an attack, it's checking the code to, hey, to make sure that it's at that point where it should change to the axe. It confirms that it changes to the axe, but because the code for changing has already fired, it's bugging out. What? Or I'm completely assuming here, right? I am not a game maker, just guesses. Very interesting though. Oh wow, she clashed through that too. Okay, now you're working properly. Oh, I should have gone closer that time. Ah, that hit got me. Oh, a blink kick again? Wow. That was a good axe phase, though. I'm happy how we managed to do the axe phase without getting hit. Kinda odd, that one glitch that happened a second ago, right? Where the demon sort of bugged. So since we're in this outfit, let me just actually change entirely into this a rather weird outfit. Well, with the candlesticks on her head. Wasn't realizing that kind of looked like horns on the side. But hey, we're gonna wear the entire weird outfit now. I guess it makes sense against... I do believe there is a black outfit that goes along with it, but it might have been pre-order, right? Because I don't think I've seen it. Like, can I go into the store right now to check this? I might need to quit out. Let me take a quick detour, right, guys? A quick detour to check that out. Curiosity is getting the better of me. Insofar as I'm aware, those costumes are not available anywhere else. I'm happy that we got the dragon costume and the Overload Sovereign one. But it does feel a bit sad that you don't have the option to purchase the other costumes too. Yep, I have almost everything here. Unfortunate. I swear there was a costume that referenced the myth that the character is based on, right? The Heibai Wuchang Grim Reaper myth? Is it like a Grim Reaper? It's like Heibai Wuchang is like two mythical characters in Chinese folklore that sort of guide the souls of the dead after they pass away. And I feel like I've seen a costume where it was referencing those two. Oh, what? Ah, come on, we got hit. I was hoping to sort of get her stunned, but we were a little too passive there, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I lost all my motivation once I got hit that one time on the axe. You really need to find a good moment for that. And I'm actually quite worried about the Demon of Obsession fight, right? Because the Demon of Obsession has a lot more poise than the Nightmare Demon. She is by far the most difficult enemy to no-hit, I believe. If you're not using like things like the shield and ethereal form, right? It's a different ball game once you throw those in. Oh, the delay got me. Okay, reset. You gotta remember that final strike on the combo. That little spin is delayed, so you can't use block immediately. What? I didn't get the clash there? Oh, and you were meant to go into the axe. Ow. Well, managed to get her with that one. Surprising. You're not gonna use Draconic Bombard on me, huh? Oh, what? She poised through that too? Okay. An alteration of our assumptions. Previously, I was assuming that if she was in a normal combo, you could just knock her down with Earth Shatter as long as you're near her. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Earth Shatter isn't a guaranteed knockdown, at least not on that particular animation. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, she went through it. 9, she still managed to hit me. And let me test Earth Shatter. Even we've already lost our no hit here. Earth Shatter works on the first hit. Doesn't work on... Yeah, it might just be the first hit it works on. She should be in her longsword now. She'll back off soon. I can do like a lot of damage with longsword. The delay on her attacks is always catching me off guard. The blink kick. And again, the blink kick. Such a fun fight. I think I'm enjoying myself, but having a bit of a difficult time parsing those faster moves. That one move that I really need to be careful of during that phase. But we're getting there. We're almost getting to the point where we're an exact mirror match for her. Well, not an exact one, right? Because she's capable of doing like all the discipline skills. During dual blades, she's doing blade dance, whirling flurry, even sudden strike, and block. And during axe, she's doing earth shatter, rampage, whirling strike. The only thing I haven't seen her do is like Empyrean strike, and that's mainly because it's a weapon skill. She even has draconic bombard. Oh, I applied my Empyrean to the wrong weapon. I changed out on my dual blades. Dual blades. And the blink kick. Oh my god. Oh, she interrupted my spell too. Okay, that one came out a lot faster. Yeah, that's the DLC, the deluxe edition weapon skill. Catching me off guard. That and blink kick is probably the one that's getting me the most on the sword phase. Empyrean, okay, that's fine. Accidentally switching the wrong weapon. You know, whether everything's running pretty smoothly. Surprisingly, we've not been getting those audio issues that I've been having the past few days. Because I feel like I've been getting that quite a bit. Oh. Again, accidentally. Maybe it's because we have it on the trigger button. It's like very sensitive. Ah, oh, come on. I'm gonna reset. Somehow, I always end up walking into that. Also, I realized that she has like red feathering, not gold. Start off with the block, double combo, certain strike. Go into our spell here. Oh, she missed. Oh, come on. Okay, that's good. She's gonna go into the axe now. Oh, no, that was not a good approach. Should have waited. Seen what she did. Sometimes she gets me on that, sometimes she doesn't. I might be lucking out there with sort of the clash. Oh, let's be careful not to kill her. If you do that, we're not going to do the challenge of doing it without getting hit. She's a lot easier to deal with in blade form. Mainly because, you know what, I haven't tried the axe heavy attack. That might be the way to go. Like, the axe heavy attack might... Like, instead of trying to follow up with the final combo, we might just want to go into heavy attack to keep our offense. But I also kind of want to get Skyborn Might during that phase. Do I just use an item to get Skyborn Might to help me out? And we have a lot of plume branches in stock at 27. Now, not a lot, but an okay amount. Kind of want to do it without the items, though, right? Oh, I got lucky on the clash there. Oh, nope. Didn't have enough points for Earth Shatter. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we got hit during Axe phase, so kinda doesn't matter. Heavy attack? Pretty good. Pretty good in staggering. Unfortunately, it doesn't knock her down. Which might be the way to go for both the Demon of Obsession and the Nightmare Demon. If we want to do this, we want to keep her on the floor as much as possible. Let me take a look at our items, right? Is there anything I can possibly use to just annoy her from a distance? Corruption, maybe? Corruption scales with... no. Something to just throw while we gain distance, right? Keep up the offense, somehow. Light dagger, kinda useless. Breaking flying dagger. But Poise Break is considered a completely different status effect. Okay, sure, why not? Let's go with Burn. So what do I have for my... okay, we just have the feathering stuff over here. I want to use a different item though. Oh yeah, a different pendant. Reduces damage taken, but increases stamina cost. Do I have something which increases... okay, let's go with this, because I feel like I need a bit of stamina. It's going to lower our damage a bit, so might not be too ideal. I guess we can take it. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We are pretty good at managing our stamina for this fight. For this fight, at least. So maybe the damage from weapon skills, right? The Coil of Dragon pendant is pretty good, all things considered. Oh, it's the charge attack. Ah, come on, we got hit. She's not too vulnerable to fire though, so just throwing a dagger to annoy her at this point. Only 70 points of damage too. Not the most ideal build. Maybe we should use corrupted daggers instead, because we are feathering. I don't think throwing items scale with your stats though. I mean, I have a bunch of those. Like 100. Mainly because whenever I go for a boss fight and I have spare souls, especially since we are on G+, what I do is I'll go to Wugong and just stock up on stuff. Make sure that we don't end up wasting our souls in the boss fight, because I've been trying the fights over and over again to no-hit them. Doesn't really have much of a point if we just waste them in the arena. Oh, it's the dash attack, the backstab dash. Once again, we shall reset. In my head, I'm expecting that little move where she does the 2 stabs and raises her knee, and seeing the dash just come out of that completely misfired my expectations. Oh, wrong button. I pressed L2 instead of R2 for the block. Yeah, we haven't used that spell in a while. Okay, let's reset. I almost forgot about the fact that we had that as a spell. Even after all this time playing, I still haven't quite found a good button map layout where I instinctively sort of pick up what's on what trigger. My mind is still like delayed when I'm deciding what to use. Oh, what? I'm getting hit a lot more in phase 1 now, unfortunately. Still need to iron out the kinks here. Like when she does a pattern that I don't expect, I'm completely just falling apart. Let's try again. Let's try not to get hit during phase 1. Oh, what? I thought I dodged. No, not a good combo to use. Well, since we are gonna reset anyway, I thought might as well come back, right? Might as well just use the heavy attack. Lost in Boar? You mean in Sims? Can you even get lost in Sims? Or are you playing Valheim now? It might be because it's almost midnight, Mufaz. I know you are a bit of an early sleeper and all. Oh, timing. Oop, wrong thing. I needed to buff myself there. And she didn't even go into the healing. That's what threw me off. Oh, too soon. she did the variation without... What? That little stab. That little stab. What is that move based off of? Let me take a look at the combos over here for longswords. He doesn't do dash strike, surprisingly. Infernal strike? Nope. Feathering wind strike? Also no. Like, these are all weapon skills, right? She doesn't do these per se. Blink kick she does do, because this is a discipline skill. Crescent arc? Was that what she used? No. Crescent arc has like a little spin to it. Corrosive Flurry, we see her do this quite a bit. Oh, it was Crescent Moon. Okay. Wait a minute. What is Crescent Moon from? Where is this skill from? I don't have the weapon that does that skill. Or is it on the tree? I have to check this. I feel like Crescent Arc is what's on the longsword tree, not Crescent Moon. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's one of the first skills. I don't think I've ever used this. Burn buildup. It's a fire skill. Yeah, and there you see that long stab that she did. Oh my god, I haven't used this skill at all. No wonder I didn't recognize it. I don't ever remember using that long skill. I don't know, Fonz. It seems like you might be doing good for just calling it a day for you. It's already midnight on your end, I believe. So maybe start off fresh, because you do seem a bit listless. It's up to you, right? If you want to play Mikh'a Break, you can play Mikh'a Break. You know what? Next time we're on a longsword, I'm trusting out Present Art because I haven't never used that one. Oh, I got hit. I almost feel sad. It's getting hit in first phase. That's the worst feeling, right? The worst feeling. Oh, I might have messed this up a bit, yeah. Yep, the pattern's messed up. Let's try again. Because I dashed in. It's a bit easier to... Even though we got the block, I couldn't quite figure out what she was going to do next. If you dash into the arena, she does that little sidestep and then changes her pattern. But if you walk in, she'll always do a little dash towards you, making it like a very easy block prediction. So let's remember to not dash into the arena in our haste to defeat her. Yeah, there we go, the little dash. Oh, I missed, I was a little too far. Might as well use that spell, right? Might have missed it. Oh, yep. Oh, she got me with the... Aw, come on. The little dash at the end. And I do believe the poise meter is messed up. Oh, what? She poised through that? Okay, I'm just poising through everything now. You know what? Let's reset. The dreams that bind us. We even managed to get to, like, phase 3 right there. But unfortunately, not much we could do. Getting hit right off the bat in axe phase feels bad. Oh, what? I'm too far. I'm appreciating tractor. Okay, we got hit again, so reset. Yeah, a lot of defense from being in the axe. Rather, not the defense, like I have a lot of stacks of stamina that allows me to keep in offense. But I really, really need to knock her down to push it forward, and I keep forgetting to buff my weapon. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh, blink kick. Okay. Weird she didn't do anything there. Might have been a collision thing, since she's at the edge of the arena. We're not quite getting there with the axe, I think. Even though after getting hit, I'm doing like really, really well. At least on that turn. The objective, however, is to not get hit. I'm kind of determined to finish this fight tonight without getting hit. But hey, if it goes on longer, I might need to stop it. Our usual limit for streams is like 3 hours though, so we have some time. So I am weirdly hungry. No worries, Mikh'a. Good night. Go take a good rest. It's already late enough as is, right? Oh, come on. I got hit by that. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. If we get hit in phase 1, I'm restarting. If we get hit in phase 2, the axe phase, I will not restart. I will try to do it without getting hit as much as possible. Like, learn the little patterns that she has. Started off like real good there. Oh, bad timing. Ah, the blink kick. My arch weakness. Well, arch nemesis? My prime weakness. Good phase 1, good. Moderate phase 2. Bit of a shame we once again got damaged by that one attack. One attack just keeps hitting us. Ow. Should have countered there. Not tried to dodge. And by counter, I mean block or deflect. Take it as you will. Oh, come on. Another pattern that I need to be careful. If it's that attack, it's better to go into spin kick. Oh, sudden strike, not spin kick. Not much to do now, but just practice. Our only option is to get better one hit at a time. Ah, not again. It's the same pattern as last time too. So I'm realizing I'm actually healing on Flash. For some reason, I didn't notice that. Is there something on the blades for doing that as a healing effect? Do I have a heal on the backstab? Is that what's happening? Oh, I don't have any. Oh, come on. Have I been fighting all this time without any benedictions? Serpent Fang has it. I have been fighting all this time without benedictions on my dagger. Oh. I didn't even notice. Boxing clashes, this is on Serpent Fang, so I don't want to use it. Sure. Let's go with this one. Between Vitality Power and Vitality Ferocity, I'm not sure which has the better damage. We could test it, right? We could... increases damage while at full health, but also increases stamina usage. Okay, I'm gonna do like a quick test to figure out what the damage scaling on this is. So first things first, we need to establish a baseline of sorts. And that will involve... Let me also put Jade Chisel in here, so that we can quickly change our benedictions. Yeah, let's unequip you for now. So let's establish a baseline. Oops. Oh, it actually... The input was buffered. I pressed that circle before we went into the Jade Chisel. Interesting. Let me try it again. Our baseline will be this guy. We're just gonna give him a poke. 186. And then we're gonna quickly run away because these guys take a long while to catch up. And use our Jade Chisel, which we cannot because we are aggroed. If I go inside the temple. Okay, we can. And then we're gonna equip this. Remember, our base attack is 186. Now if we do just a standard one hit on him, how much will we be doing now? What's the increase? Excuse me, good sir. Wow. Whoa. Wait, that couldn't have been correct. There's no way that's correct. Like I think we saw 186 on his head, and we might have just added on to the damage. I'm gonna run down here, reset that enemy, and we're gonna try again with the same benediction. You need to wait for the damage numbers to disappear, otherwise it keeps adding up. I feel like between the one that takes more stamina to use and the one that deals more damage to you, the stone that does more damage to you should have a higher power scaling. But that's only a guess, right? 237. Okay, that makes more sense. 237. Once again, just run to the temple, de-aggro him. Unequip this. Equip the one at full health. It's the one that does more. This is the one that does more damage, but also increases the amount of damage we take. The previous number was 237. Our baseline is 186. Wait for the number to disappear. 237 is the same amount. Okay. Okay. So both of the stones provide the same amount of damage. If that's the case, what I'm gonna do is get the Benediction Stone that uses more stamina, because dual blades very rarely seem to run out of stamina. Getting Skyborn might indulge your attacks with light leak for a short time. I'm not sure what to use with this. Maybe this, right? Because it will give us a better window to avoid damage using spells. No, this one was on Serpent Fang, never mind. Okay, sure, why not? Just go for Obliterate attack. Not much we can use right now. But unsafe counterwords, this should be on Serpent Fang too. Sure, that ought to be a good build. Now we're actually going to enter battle with some increased damage, right? We're already doing a decent amount. I'm sure there's a build out there that completely obliterates her health, even on NG+. It's not this build, but we're slowly working our way towards it. Oh, she managed to hit me on the last hit. Okay, reset. Also, we're doing a lot more damage than I was expecting. It feels like... okay. Yeah, considerably more damage. I got a friend who's asking me, who's seeing me play Wu-Chang, and he's like, are you doing a second playthrough? And I'm like, not exactly. What I'm doing is a playthrough where I attempt to do the fight as a mirror match. Trying to get the YouTube link over to him. It's turning out to be a little more difficult than I thought. Okay, there we go. Back into this charade. Come and go is the way of all things. Oh, the follow-up got me. Yeah, my friend is overseas for a moment. He took his father over to do a medical checkup, and he's letting me know that they managed to admit him into the hospital, but they're not exactly sure of his condition. Right? They're doing tests right now. I guess he's a bit bored over there with nothing to do. I don't blame him. I kind of am not a fan of hospitals either. Oh, come on. Got hit by because I was talking. Or rather, I really should not be getting hit by the backstab attack. I've seen that happen so many times. Talking is not an excuse. That's just on me. Slow reaction. That is the better reason. The true reason. I recognize the backstep attack, but I'm too slow to react to it itself. I really am one of those people who need to just get hit by attacks all over and over again before I can internalize the reaction. Which is one of the reasons why I'm terrible at fighting games. Again, I got hit by the axe. No, let's reset. We're pretty consistent for phase 1. So what I'm gonna do is learn phase 2 without getting hit now. I'm sure that it's gonna be a bit boring for those of you who are watching to see me die over and over again. We need to make some progress. We need to make some progress. We need to make some progress where I'm actually not getting hit and not just trying to fight over and over again in different ways. But hey, in case you all are wondering, normally it takes me about a good 3, well, not even 3, a good 4 to 5 hours to know how to fight. That's my record for most of the fights in game. As a warning to anyone who's watching. Like, that's the amount of time I spent on each boss battle. For the ones that come later, right? The first ones in the game, not too difficult. Well, because you can do like a crazy amount of damage yourself. Oh, what? I was in range. Excuse me, reset. Thank you. I was in range. Do I want to use that one pendant as well? Since we're loading in. Taking a while too. Even the game's like, you need to take a break. I'm gonna make this loading screen a bit longer. Yeah, let's see that one pendant which increases damage at the cost of increasing the damage that I myself take. Oh, the game crashed. Wow, okay. I guess I really needed to take a break. Oh no, it didn't crash. This happened. Okay, this is the third time that has happened. And sometimes the game will act like it's crashed, but it will actually be working fine in the background. I have no idea why that happens. Like someone, one of you out there with the knowledge of game design, please tell me what's happening where the game is sort of crashing without it actually crashing. Yeah, do I not have this equipped? I do, right? Yeah, I do have the Kyle independent. You're looking for the one that increases our damage at the extent Weapon slash attack power increases damage taken. Now I'm not looking for slash only. It might just be the Tiger Pendant, which is physical potency, which might not apply since we have feathering increase. Oh, here we go. This is the pendant I was using before. The Tigralese pendant. That's the one we're aiming for. I don't really feel like it's going to make too much of a difference, since we already have an effect that does pretty much the same thing on the benediction slot. But maybe this stack. More things to test, actually. I need to take, like, an offline stream where I just do weird stuff and test whether these add up or not. The lack of knowledge I have for this game is, despite playing it for hundreds of hours. Okay, that is a significant increase in damage. Yeah, she's already in, like, axe phase. Whoa, okay. I can dig this. Oh no, I wasn't in the animation. We were doing so well too. Also, I forgot to apply feathering. If you're wondering why I keep constantly reminding myself to apply feathering, it's because our entire build is made on the premise that we're doing a good amount of feathering damage, right? If you look at the pendants, apart from the first one, which is just a damage dealt but also increases damage taken, these two increases my weapon's feathering damage. And one of those pendants actually reduces the physical damage I do. So if I do not have feathering active on my weapon, I am actively disadvantaging myself, putting myself in a disadvantageous position. Can you tell that I'm not a native English speaker? The way I'm phrasing my sentences. I feel like I'm giving it away quite easily. She almost sighs when you go in, right? Poise through that one. Ah, got too greedy. I thought we could push her to axe phase there, which might be possible with the amount of damage we do. The change to the Tigralese pendant was a very good change. I think it's almost doubled our damage from original. I'm definitely burning her down a lot faster. Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact... Insofar as I understand, right? None of the demon fights have a weakness you can exploit. They're kind of like Wu Chang herself. It completely depends on what build you have. But in the case of the demons, it's more like they're neutral against everything, so you sort of just need to, as Hornet would say from Hollow Knight, get good at the fight. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Oh, what? Okay, I was a little late in using that spell. Was gonna rely on the alacrity to get it. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. What is it about that axe? That axe dash that always gets me? Like, she does like 2 dashes to psych you out. So if you dodge for the dash itself, you end up getting hit by that second one. Oh, she always threw that one. Aw, come on. Well, at least she killed us quick. At least she took care of us quick. Yep, she got shifted to axe real quick. no, I didn't have enough points for Earth Shatter. That was unfortunate. I thought I could... if we use Earth Shatter, I better rely on either my spells or something else to increase the stagger rate, because it's not working too well. Like, Earth Shatter is a good opening for that phase, and since our damage has increased, as long as we don't get hit anyway, it does feel like we can sort of take advantage of this. Wait, is a Take Release patent actually not applying here? Increase damage dealt, but also increase damage taken. Okay, yeah, this is because I don't have a full health damage thing on the axe. Wait, what benedictions do I have on you, Mr. Axe? I don't have any benedictions on this. Well, one benediction. I must have shifted it over to one of the other weapons accidentally. I was wondering, because you didn't see the red glow, right? The red buff effect you see is a damage up buff, and I usually have that on because I have the damage dealt increases at full health buff. Somehow I'm always docking my own damage. Of course, the dash attack. I saw it and I still... I need to find a way to increase my reaction times. Or rather, learn a pattern that allows me to predict that attack. I might be reaching the limit of the stream too. It's pretty late on my end. So if anyone's watching, I'm sorry to disappoint that we haven't been able to make much progress. I guess in one way we've made pretty decent progress on phase 1 where she's in her dual blades. And I feel quite confident we can do phase 3 as long as we're careful about spin kick or blink kick. Just need to iron out axe. Or interrupt her strong attack when she's doing that, because we have enough points to do that too. Yeah, I've pretty much reached the limit of when I usually stream, which is 3 hours. Let's attempt it for maybe 10 more minutes. Don't think we'll see much progress by then, but hey, you never know. It's usually at the end of our run that I get my Cinderella turn, right? The Cinderella run, as I like to call it. But we somehow magically managed to do it. Please, Wu-Chang, just stop healing yourself there. What? We managed to get a good hit there. Oh, Earth Shatter. Oh, come on. I thought we had it, right? I thought we had it till we got a little too aggressive and she just pulled out the Earth Shatter for the resilience. Good phase one, though. Good phase one. Gonna give myself a pat on the back for making it look at least stylish by using the echo of Huan Zhengzi. Really need to rely more on my spells too. We have like really good spells that can knock her up, both in phase 1 and phase 2. Remind myself that I can use them. Oh, oops, not what we intended to do here. Okay, that time I saw the attack and I still got hit. I managed to dodge the first one, but then mistimed the second one. Unfortunate. See, this is the problem with trying to no-hit a fight. The moment you get hit, you lose all of your motivation to continue. Kinda hate that happens, but hey. At least you all get to see me suffering a little longer. But again, I'm gonna keep doing this for only 10 minutes. It's like 1 a.m. over here. Probably much later. Oh, much earlier where you all are. Alright, let's buff up. Bait her first attack so we can counter it, parry it. Another parry here. Sudden strike, knock her down. Oh, got a bit lucky there. She's in her axe. We will turn to axe 2. Buff up. Nope. No, I used the wrong one. I wanted to use this spell. This one. No, we don't have any feathering for phase 3, unfortunately. No, not the Earth Shatter. Come on. Just gonna reset for getting hit on that. I need to use that spell a little closer so that we can take advantage of the knockdown. Same strategy as before, but just gotta be a lot more careful during axe phase. Oh, never mind. She just hit me in the first phase. I think I need to be a bit more proactive and just backing off and baiting her attacks. Find that one attack where her parry window is like really predictable on dual blades. Although if we get like a good pattern, I can burn her down into phase 2 so quickly. Yeah, right now the big challenge is doing axe phase without getting hit, just because she has all that poise, right? Never a good moment to go and just slam her down. Unless we get lucky with Earth Shatter. Well, not luck, just time Earth Shatter on a good move so that she's knocked down. There we go. A good axe pattern. I mean, a good dual blade pattern right there. Rampage almost got hit. Ah, no. No, come on. Why is the axe so, like, difficult to predict? I hate the fact that I'm actually getting hit by my own attack, by my own weapon's attack that I'm so familiar with. Almost feel like I'm just dodging a little too late there. A little too late. It was just this. I got hit by this. We've seen it so many times by using our own selves. Now, Axe was MVP for my first playthrough, right? When we originally did the first playthrough, it didn't have the patch back then, so a lot of enemies did not stagger easily, but the axe could stagger them. It was the go-to weapon if you just wanted to get through the game. The only downside of the axe really is that it lacks stamina compared to the other weapons, but you could offset it with accessories. Oh, she got me with the blink kick. I thought she would back off and change to heal, because that's what she usually does, right? I'm right back at you. Oh, what? There's the heal animation. Why was it so delayed? Okay, good run, good run. We made it through phase 1 and phase 2 without getting hit. And I'm almost to the objective of doing this mirror match by using the exact same weapon she's using against her. Us, not her, us. Just gotta back off and let her heal a bit, because if you're a little too close, she's getting aggressive. Like, that heal animation is so ideal to changing weapons, so you can change to the longsword to counter her. It's hilarious, actually. By the way, if you all are wondering, if you like really wanted to beat the demon, just go longsword, right? Longsword counter, or even twin blades. If you counter and use like healing builds, leech builds, this fight is really a bit of a joke. The first time I did it, I was just going ham on her and relying on the leech to completely heal me back up. Leech is like really broken in this game. Oh, you dodged it. Unexpected. Oh, the dash attack. Why is it? Let's retry. I keep forgetting to use Sudden Strike now. I've gotten like really aggressive with normal attacks. Gotta remind myself that it's safer to approach with dual blades. For those of you who are not in the know, the main mechanic of the dual blade is what is called a clash, right? If you go over here, weapon traits, you'll see that it has a clash move. Basically, if you attack at the same time as an enemy attacks with the dual blades, it cancels out the attack. So, how much damage it cancels out sort of depends on what move you're using, right? Heavy attacks and normal attacks cancel out a certain portion of damage. Well, discipline skills completely negates the damage. Maybe I should have gone immediately to a certain strike there instead of trying to back away. Be more offensive. Yeah, that might actually be all the time I have for today. You know what? Let's do one more run before we call it. I feel like we made good progress on actually learning the patterns of our fight because I do recognize when I'm getting hit by stuff. I'm just reacting like really slowly. So we're gonna do one more attempt for the night and then call it. Who knows, it might be our maiden run once again. Oh, well, not a maiden run, our Cinderella run, where we actually get it. Oh, never. Okay, no, you know what? That doesn't count. That one doesn't count. I refuse to accept that round. I use sudden strike. It just doesn't work. When she does the charge attack, I need to find a different dodge pattern. I keep getting hit. And sudden strike doesn't come out fast enough that I can counter her there. We could try clashing with that attack, but it is a charged heavy, so I feel like if I do, I'm going to take damage regardless. Okay, this one is for the money. This was our last run for the night. Let's hope we can at least make it to phase 2 without getting hit. Oh, she used the same attack too. Oh wow, okay. I got hit by the one attack that I feel like is the easiest to parry. Completely mistimed it, but you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna call it here. I think a good night's rest will probably allow my mind to process getting beat by this demon. And we are not, and this isn't even the hardest fight in the game, right? Not by a country mile. Anyway, if anyone's watching, thanks for joining me. And here's me signing off. Wherever you are, take care and good night.